and Ola, who you can say as Lobzy, Liverpool, obviously giving it away. He's going to be representing Liverpool. I like that. I like that. I like that. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Yeah, you got mine too. Then I have Charles as well. So Charles, welcome back. We're gonna be missing Ayo. Ayo might pop in at some point, but I think we might not have Ayo tonight. So welcome back to Talk Football Live. It's another weekend of the EPL Week 17. Correct. So we're gonna be looking into that very big game. Wow. Wow. Where do I start from? My memory just keep telling me about what happened on was it March 3rd, right? That was a 7-0 bashing of Man United. We don't know whether we're gonna see that again or whether it's gonna be the other way. But I'm gonna throw it back to you, Charles. Charles, kick us off with your first question and feel free to pick on either Tolu or Ola. But let's get it into the big game for this weekend. And before that, our viewers, our fans, continue to like, share, and subscribe to Talk Football Live. Thank you for your viewership. Thank you for your followership. We appreciate it. Continue to do the same. So, Charles, give them your first question. Let's go.
All right. So before I even go to my first question, I just want to say Ola and Tolu, thanks for your joining. And it's a good thing to have fans who are so dedicated, who are able to defend their teams. Now I know some people are not here to defend, or maybe they are here to defend the team coach, or some people are here to just diss the opponent. But so the first question is going to be straight up easy. Do you guys think you have what it takes to win the match? I know the answer is probably yes from both of you. Now, if yes is the answer, what will be the deciding factor for you to win the game? In what area of the field would you win the game? Or I can start with you.
Okay. So the winner goes first. So as I was saying, based on recent history and a couple of games we've played since I would say 2010, you can tell that the team Liverpool is years ahead of Man U. In all ramification, you have one of the best goalkeeper in the league. One, that's our defense solid. One of the best defense also in the league. Best right back, best left back. Are we talking about the best striker also in the league? One of the best strikers in the league. Mo Salah. There's no weekend you won't hear his name, either assisting or scoring. So apart from those few people that I mentioned, some of the things that I've gotten to like about Liverpool over time is in most history of teams that have been in the Premier League, they've constantly either depended on certain star players, and after those star players is gone, the team sort of crumbles, because we are all solely dependent on one player, and that just leaves and fades out. But in the new dispensation of Klopp, you can tell he's not just only a coach; he's a good HR person. You can hire the best players. It's like when there was a ruckus at the end of the season, said, "Oh, Liverpool won't be able to find the best midfielder." We were trying to get some now Chelsea players that have proven not to be really good, So, and we were like, okay, we'll let them go,
Ola, I enjoy the analysis you're about to start, and I'm sorry, I enjoy the analysis, I just want to get us back to the question, right? What do you think is going to win this game, and how do you think you're going to win? What area are you going to win through? Mo Salah's wing, or are you going to win through Darwin Núñez? Or are you going to win through a combination of your front three? I think I want that because I want to go to Tolu, and I want to get something from Tolu. So real quick, Ola.
It would have been a simple answer where you say, "Oh, Liverpool," like it's confident. At some point, we don't talk whether we're going to win or not. The next question is always, what's going to be the score? Are we just going to do 2-1? If we give them a chance to score, are we doing that? Are we repeating it, or are we creating history? Since this is going to be in Liverpool, one of the things I would say is, with all confidence in my mind, it's a sure bet. When you go to the casino and they say, "Oh, you want 50-50 or you want sure bet?" This is sure bet. So sure bet Liverpool. Mo Salah scoring maybe 2 goals. Darwin Núñez will probably score with his head at least one time. So maybe I'll say maybe like 4-1. would they be able to score? They don't even have strikers. 4-0. You know,
4-0.
we don't want to create history like last season, and one of the things we don't want to do, we don't want them to sack the coach. So we'll pity them, just give them 4, and we'll rest our case.
Okay. Ola, thank you. So 4-0, Salah 2 goals, Darwin's 1 goal with his head. Maybe we don't know where your last goal is going to come from. Maybe
Trent,
like
I'll give it to Trent. I'll give that last goal to Trent because he's been on a good pace right now. Diego Jota would have been there, but I think he got injured recently. So even when he's recovering, I'm not sure if he's going to be the one to sneak in that goal. You know.
Fair enough. Tolu.
Yeah.
4-0.
So
what do you have to say?
Before I jump into that, he was talking about Klopp being a good HR. Klopp got Chamberlain. Remember, it was Klopp that got Bebe, or what's his name? You know, Klopp is not an excellent HR or recruiter, but I'll leave that for another argument.
Oh, ask Man U. No, ask Man City.
No, let Tolu land his point.
I'm saying,
it's coming.
Based on my depleted team, Bruno, double 6 yellow cards is not going to be able to play. Maguire, Shaw out. I'm looking at 2-2. And the reason why I'm saying 2-2 is we are coming for revenge. Last year was horrible. That 7-0 should never have happened. We're coming for blood. But at the same time, we are depleted. The only thing I'm excited about is the possibility of an Amrabat, Maino pivot in the midfield, which I don't think they have anything to match that simplicity, that, ball carrying style. So for me, I'm looking at 2-2 at Anfield.
Awesome.
Who's going to score?
Yeah, real quick.
Charles,
hold on. So, Tolu, you are humbly saying 2-2.
Yes.
A draw.
At Anfield.
Ola is proudly saying 4-0. Now, there's a question I asked, which Ola kind of answered, and I still want to hear from you, Tolu, is where do you think the game will go won, or where would that result come from? Ola mentioned Salah's goals, basically up front, Darwin Núñez, Salah up front. Tolu, with your 2 goals, what do you think will be the key factor in getting you a draw in that game? Because Liverpool is the number 1 on the table right now. I'm safe to say they're playing better than you right now.
Yes.
And they are home, as Ola mentioned.
They're on top of the league,
So,
man.
what will be the big factors that will get you 1 point in this game?
So my boys are coming out for blood.
Yeah.
Okay, you did mention.
And when you're coming out for blood, everything smells like blood. Even water, color red,
I like that.
Gatorade, everything smells like blood. So
Thank you for hiding that. They are not sponsoring us. I don't want.
My guys,
for free.
what I'm excited about is that pivot in the middle. Maino is my guy. I've been watching him from the youth up until now. He's 18 years old. He has future. I understand the possibility when he combine Maino and Casemiro, or Maino and Amrabat. The goals might easily come from the new guy, Holland. I call him Hoylund. He has not scored any Premier League.
Has he scored in EPL though? I'm going to remind you of that.
Yes, he has not scored any Premier League goal. It's possible that he diverges. What's it called? Anfield.
Awesome.
And
Okay.
I'll be really glad.
So I have
2-2.
where
You will come back to say that, I'm the real prophet.
okay, we'll hold on to that. Thank God this is good.
Yes.
Now, so I have a kind of follow-up question for you guys. It's kind of a weird one. Now, starting with you, Ola, it's a good thing Ola predicted a Liverpool win and Tolu predicted a draw, because this question kind of plays into those thoughts. Ola, hypothetically, if Liverpool if Man U wins the game, where do you think Liverpool could lose? Like, where do you think Liverpool could go wrong for Man U to win the game?
That's
To
a
win the game.
Yes, because
Okay.
you can't. I know Man U is Man U. They are not playing the best right now. They're out of the Champions League, all that good stuff. But we can't write them up because it's still Manchester United. They decide to turn off because it's Liverpool. where do you think Klopp can, where do you think Ten Hag can get it right for Man U to win the game if that was supposed to happen?
Certain things has to happen to Liverpool squad for Man U to even draw. Not to talk about win. Which is the first one I have to make is our keeper has a stomach problem, so he cannot play on that day. Then we have a substitute keeper, which is Kelly. He will make some silly mistakes. Then because he makes silly mistakes, he played the Chelsea game, made a few mistakes. We took a draw. That's one of our draws in this season. But Man U winning, even in our worst season, the last 5 years, our worst case scenario in each season, you've always won them. And that's one thing I will tell you. Even when you are blind, you score. So in all confidence, I'm not being too proud. Our second team will win them. Not even the first team alone. Our second team will easily beat Man U. Based on one fact. You can tell Man U seem like a team with no real direction. So the first question I'm always going to ask them is, if you are going to score, who is going to score for you? One, if you are going to come for a defense, who is going to keep for you? Is it the current keeper that we have there? Onana cannot be our second keeper. That's based on his statistics this season. Onana cannot make the second keeper position in Liverpool. And we know Onana reminds me of one great Liverpool keeper in the Champions League. If you all remember his name, and he allowed so many goals in. He felt like it was good, which was nice. It felt like it was good, but it wasn't just there. The team would perform, but the question I would throw back to my Man U guy is this. You are coming for a draw. A winning team don't come for a draw. You win, you come for a win. Then you by chance get a draw. We are winning. We are not coming for a draw. Even Man City, when we played Man City recently, you could tell Man City came trying to win. But after a time, towards the end of the game, we almost won. Because they all came all the full force and all that stuff. But it's as simple as that. We don't fight.
Yeah, I have a question for Tolu, Charles, if you don't mind. Let me go to Tolu.
Yeah.
Tolu, I just want to go back to the setup. What setup should we expect? Or, we're not the manager. We don't know what every time is going to play. But based on our, being fan of the club and fan of the game, you mentioned Meno and Amrabat. Does that make Scott McTominay sit on the bench, or do you think it's good? How would you set up the midfield? I'm interested in getting your thoughts on that.
So I will not set up the midfield the way Ten Hag will set it up. But Ten Hag is very hard-headed, and I don't know what he sees in McTominay. Honestly, I don't know. Every Man U fan knows McTominay is Casper the ghost. He's there and he's not there. He's like a ghost. So what you need him to do, he won't do. But when there's an opportunity to score, you just see him, helping the team to score.
But that's how the game is won, right? Number of goals, right?
Yes, but the position he's trying to always play, we have a better player at that position, which is Bruno Fernandes. So the reason why Ten Hag will go for McTominay, Amrabat, and Menu is because, one, Bruno Fernandes has that yellow card issue, and then McTominay can easily fill in that 10th position. And we have Eriksen, Casemiro injured. Casemiro is just coming back. I don't think he can make.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think. Quick follow up on that, Tolu, while I have you, and I'll get back to you, Ola. I want to talk about Bruno Fernandes, right? The yellow card that got him out of this game was not needed. It was a useless yellow card. We all saw the game on against Bournemouth, right? Correct?
Yeah.
On last weekend, right?
Yeah.
And we saw what he did. That is the captain of your team. And this is where I'm going. And I'm trying to tie it to what you said at the beginning. You did say your boys are coming for blood. your boys have been hot, which we all know, right?
Yes.
Exiting out of the Champions League, that hasn't happened since 2005. You finished the bottom. There is definitely obvious reason for your boys to come out and be sniffing blood. There is every reason for them to be encouraged to come to Anfield to get a point, to get a
Yes.
result.
Yes.
They lost at home to Bournemouth. They crashed out of the Champions League. They could not even draw Bayern. So if I were the manager, I would be furious. I would be mad. I would be expecting a better result. Having said that, there have been rumors of differences, fragmentation, Eric Ten Hag stay, Ten Hag out,
Oh.
some players support him, some players don't support him. How do you think those challenges can be swept under the carpet for this big game coming this weekend and have a United to actually play Liverpool with everything you're talking about? When your own captain has refused to show leadership and is missing an important game. And when they talked to him about it, he said he doesn't really fancy Liverpool. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. Can you explain that? I know it's a lot, but if you can.
Yeah, so that's a very good question. It's a new United. It's a new kind of United that we have. And it's a pity that most of those players did not have maybe the same opportunity that I had watching the whole United, win games, win titles, defend titles, and all those good stuff. You see the real United old players, the Scholes, the Roy Keane, you see the way they are always passionate about the game, even much more passionate than the current players.
That's right.
So I would say that, one is a pity. We have this set of players more concentrated in Manchester United. I don't know what kind of bad luck we have. We have Sancho that will not apologize, and he's collecting 350 per week. We have Rashford, playing badly. It's not going to up his game. We have a striker, 20-year-old, supposed to be fed from left to right, but we don't play that kind of football. We have Anthony that cost 80 million, that's not doing well, only have one leg. So all these things, they are just against us. But the reason why the match against Liverpool will be interesting is because lightning does not strike twice, right? And
Ola disagrees.
you can't beat us 7-0, and the next time, is the same 3 points that you're taking off for. Something has to happen. Is either
So we should expect the kind of fight back against Chelsea.
yes, we should expect that kind. We don't have anything to lose. We don't. I know in the Champions League, we are not trying to impress anybody. Actually, I think Manchester United currently they are like the Liverpool of last year.
Last season.
Last season.
Ola, you get your chance. You get a chance. I see your.
Yes. But like the Liverpool of last season, there were ups and downs. We didn't know which Liverpool would turn up at Anfield. The Liverpool that turned up in Old Trafford, we beat them 2-1, clearly.
That's true.
So tomorrow, we don't know the kind of Manchester United that will turn up at Anfield on Sunday. We don't. We don't know whether it's the Chelsea Manchester United or the Bournemouth type of Manchester United.
I'm trying to bring
guys
us.
just
All right, I think we need to go to Ola. Ola, what's your reply to?
I spend time not really trying to interrupt my guest speaker because sometimes you don't need to list your weaknesses. He's already mentioned the reason why they are going to lose. I didn't have to explain so much. We just said, oh, we have a depleted team. Sometimes I think the psychology of what is playing is this. My team might draw, but these are the reason why we will lose. You spend more time saying, oh, man, you would positively get a draw because lightning does not strike in the same place. It's because you didn't put your head in the same place. If lightning strike that same like you can't. Yeah, because you move your head, come on. If you leave out there, you strike, But I will tell you, it's Man U is such an interesting team now because since Sir Alex Ferguson left, you can tell the problem they have today will keep existing until, I would say it, until they have another coach that would coach the team like Alex Ferguson. They will keep on being at this same level until they have a coach that replaces and plays like that. You can tell the reason why they are bad now and the reason why Liverpool will win them. It's so glaring, it's so easy. They're uncoordinated, they don't have players. Even when they have players, the players don't even have a good direction. Like you mentioned, the captain knows that there's an important game coming up. What did he do? He decided, let me get this yellow card so that they don't blame me for the next game. We've been losing either ways, so let me find a way of exiting the game before it becomes important. Even when he was in the game against us, didn't he lose? He's a regular customer, he will lose. Customer, he will lose. There are no player in Man U I would look at now, and I will tell you a Liverpool squad is fearful of. We can look at a team like Man City and say, everyone will play and will try to mark Erlen. That was last season. This season, did you see them marking him as much? No, they just found something around it and say, it's one season one that you will score, but you won't score as much as you did last season because you found a solution to you. That's the same thing we found a solution to Man U, and we consistently beat them back to back. It's just easy. With a depleted team, they want to come for a draw. The person coming for a draw is telling you, I am losing, but if I get an opportunity to score, I will take it. That's just it. We don't need to talk too much. The winners are always there.
All right. Ola, so good points. But I'm going to ask a question. So this question is for you. I'm pulling it out from what Ola said.
Okay.
Ola said, you are telling us you're going to get a draw, but you are listing reasons why you could lose the game. I actually want to hear reasons why you could win the game. So just as you mentioned, those issues with the injuries, your captain is out for several excess number of yellow cards, things, you mentioned those things. Give me reasons why you think you could win the game.
So one reason why I think I can win the game is, number one, if the right Manchester United plays on that day.
It's bad.
The correct Manchester United. The Chelsea spanking Manchester United. The Manchester United that went to Tottenham first half, that played really well. The Manchester United that went to Arsenal first half, that played really well. The Manchester United that played Galatasaray first 30 minutes, played very well.
And still lost. And still drew.
If that Manchester United pops up tomorrow, it will be a very interesting game. We'll win. It will be fluid. Then number two, I just have a feeling about the midfield. I don't see anybody playing midfield for Liverpool. I don't see them holding the midfield and dominating against the two pivots that I mentioned. So I think midfield is going to decide. Is it that Endo? You collect red card. He has been avoiding red cards since all these days. Who else? I don't know. Gravenberg.
Soboslai. Sorry. Let me know.
I guess Tolu, that statement right there is pushing Ola, giving Ola a question to answer. Ola, give us your best.
And I think Ola has been avoiding giving us his lineup. I mean,
I've said a couple of times, the current Man U squad is not such that you need to feel the best to win them. We can play our second team and still win them.
That's not true.
So wherever you do permutation,
you not win today now with your first team.
We'll win them. So I will tell you, that's that's what a great coach will do. The game and the tactics Liverpool played today is what a great coach will do. You win with confidence so that when others are hustling to try to get to you, you've already qualified. What else? What more points do you want to get apart from first? You are first. Nobody's going to meet you. Even by all permutations that other teams will win, we know we're going to be first. So what do? You rest your star players, get them ready, let them eat pepper soup, so that on that weekend, when they play, there's so much strength. You allow the young star that Man U field right now. They call them the young star, but those guys are not young stars, right? I'm not sure. Maybe a few people would make teams in other, like make first team in other teams, but currently the way they have is it Soboslai has been performing constantly and very good. Avoids mistake. Even Endo, like you just mentioned, Endo Waturu that you just mentioned, right? It's part of encouragement that you will find a coach that will buy a player who is solid, right? He has a very good holding midfield. You could see the way he plays. He doesn't play very hard, but he plays like an holding midfielder, right? Passes to the right person. See his goal against Fulham. Very nice goal. What set it up, Ni? I'm going back. Have you forgotten what they said? Liverpool are the kings of what this season? Kings of what? Come back. Let that thing ring again. You heard. So that one thing you don't want to do is this: don't make a mistake of scoring first, because no,
You come back.
what do they have to lose? They have nothing to lose. They've already lost again. So what are we talking about?
I'm doing this for a reason.
I
asked you before you went.
3 reasons.
Which are very interesting speech.
Mm-hmm.
Give me your best midfield three.
Soboslai, Endo, Ryan Grappenberg. Those guys are not injured, so most likely will start.
What about McAllister?
McAllister is prone to
he has a
yellow card.
Might not be fit for the game.
Yeah, he's prone to yellow card and red card. So playing
was fit, Ola, you won't pick him.
If not because of what?
If McAllister was fit.
No, if he was fit, with the current nature of the game, you don't want to concede a yellow or a red card for a tough game. So you want to avoid. You don't want to give a depleted team a chance to overpower you. Even I'll tell you, when Liverpool was bad this season, I'll tell you the only loss we had this season when we're bad, 9 men, we're 9 men that we're playing 9 men. That Tottenham team struggled to beat us. And what has been their fortune since that time? What has been Tottenham's fortune since that time? The one that made a mistake of winning, what has been their fortune till today? So don't go and make mistake. Or even Man U, even Man City, they know their level. They didn't try to win us.
McAllister is your best.
Man City, that loss would have been continuous. Man U.
Okay.
Those are not teams you're talking about now.
McAllister is your best midfielder.
Good.
Yeah. Losers will always pick losers. But me, I know Soboslai has been the best midfielder this season. That's what I'm saying. See what when I said my coach was the best HR manager, this guy said no. I'm telling you who's our best midfielder. Check the statistics this season. I'm telling you, and it shows our best midfielder this season has been Soboslai with many he's created chances. He scored a lot of goals, but you came. McAllister. He scored 1 goal last game. Oh, fine. But he's prone to yellow and conceding red card. So that's one of the things you have to know. I always trust the winner when you see one.
Okay, good one, Ola. Now I have one final question for you guys before we wrap up. Good debate so far. You guys going back and forth. We see where your passion.
Let me tackle him now. Let me tackle him. Allow me tackle him. Wait. Let me tackle him.
Before I ask the final question, you guys are tackling each other but throwing jabs at Chelsea. I've been hearing it. I'm just choosing to ignore it. I'll get back to you. So here's the question. Final question of the night. In one word, in one statement,
okay,
where do you see your team ending the season? Tolu?
4th.
Oh.
4th or 5th. Yeah.
No. Only choose one. You can't choose 2. Give me one. 5th.
Yeah.
Ola?
Where Liverpool ended last season, exactly.
So there's only one single factor that will stop this. And I've mentioned it. I said as at December 31st of this year, if the gap between Liverpool and Man City is 7 points, we are winning the league. If the gap, just mark it, I'm saying it again, if the gap between Liverpool and Man City this season is 7 points in December, this is December 31st, Liverpool is winning the league.
Okay, so back to my question. That's a good one. Where do you see yourself winning the league? Give me your
prediction now. Easy now.
No.
That's conditional.
At the end, so the condition, we win the league if we are 7 points adrift Man City.
No. Where do you see your team ending by the end of the league?
By the end of what? By the end of the season.
Yes.
Yeah.
With the current nature of the league, back to back, I would
have to go to seminary. He likes to give speeches.
It's like saying you need OpenAI to do.
Ola, give us the answer.
It's a very tough answer because, like I said, it doesn't
have to be right. To be honest, it doesn't have to be right. I'm sure we're going to have you back and we're going to review that, right? We just want to check with you based on the current form, based on the table. You are topping the league. You guys have confidence. You're topping the league based on the current situation. Where do you see your team ending by the end of the season?
Like the same point I would say, because I've statistically been able to study a team. The last couple of times they won, have ended up winning the league, is because of those factors. If those factors exist as at December of 31st, then it's possible. That's how we won the league against them. They know, and that's why they won that this last weekend game. They knew that it was a must that they win it, because once they create that 7 point gap, that's what Guardiola does. He creates a mentality of creating that gap, and towards the end of the season, he catches up. And once he creates, it's just 2 games now. You're only playing them one. What he would boast that he will win you the next leg, then you draw another team and it overtake you. So,
your question.
I get it.
First, you want me to say first?
All right, thank you.
We're winning the league.
One last question, if I may.
Biodu, we're not leaving ourselves out. We both have our teams.
Oh, don't come for me.
Where do you see yourself blending the season?
That's okay. Okay, like I said, right? I'm not gonna defend myself because I challenged you around that question. So I'm gonna be honest and respond.
That's why I asked.
With the current situation, oh my god, man, you're gonna let Arsenal folks disown me. Like, oh man, this is a good life. You're gonna put me in a tough situation. With the current situation, with the attitude and character that these players have demonstrated recently, sadly, I see another second.
I'll take it. So I'll let you first, the other second. Tolu, you said fifth. This year,
Chelsea. No, you're answering the same question. You're not going to run away.
Yes. Drum roll. Chelsea this season. Are you guys ready? Give me the drum roll now. After this, give me the drum roll. We are landing.
Let's go.
We are landing on 6th.
Sorry, say that again.
I said what I said. We are going to qualify for some form of Europe. Conference League, Europa. That's what I said. Okay.
We are not yet of the possible.
When January comes, Chelsea is going to buy a striker. Ivan Toney, Victor Osimhen. It's going to be someone that's going to propel us. Going to go on a run, a winning streak.
Okay.
We're going to end up in 6th.
Now you're on something that I don't know what it is. Okay.
So
it's okay.
We have this recording as proof. Come May 2024, we're going to play this recording back and say, remember I predicted Argentina winning the World Cup?
No, I actually think we're going to get everybody back by the first week in May, which it should be very clear who's going to win. It should be clear by then who might relegate.
May 2024
is going to become 10th. I'm not going to say more than that.
We are ending up in 6th position. We're qualifying for Europe with the trophy. FA Cup.
All right. Well, all I say, I don't think Chelsea is going to be in Europe next season, and I think Man U might luckily make it to Europe. And when I say Europe, maybe Europa. That's all I can say.
Yeah, Man U.
If the current Man U team can
just like Liverpool made it to Europa last season.
I mean, Ola, if you look at it, you know what's funny, Ola? The gap between Man U and Man City is what?
3.
Is it 4 points now?
3.
Something like
I think it's 4 points. No, they won their last game. Man U lost.
You understand? So it's funny, right? Between Man City and Man U, like you see that small gap, and you wonder why is Man
You
U
might
seeing
think it's small. Don't worry. Let them play this 2 weeks. You will see how small it is. Man U stays in the same position. Man City going and leaving there behind. You know.
You might and I just check again. Man City is at 33 points. No, it has grown to 6. Man City is at 33 points. Man United is at 27. So 6 points. That's 2 games between the two of them, and they have only played once, right? So there's another game coming, which is going to be in Etihad.
Who won the game against Man
United?
City?
They beat Man United 3-0 in Old Trafford.
They won by what?
3-0.
Oh, 3-0. Oh,
this guy is funny. Whatever.
3-0. That's the same thing. You see, we drew them, we almost won them.
You know, football is not mathematics, right? So you can do all your mathematics. It doesn't work.
Yeah, I understand, but winners are always winners by statistics. So,
well, it's been great and it's been fun having you. But before that, Ola, you're very proud of the draw that you had in Etihad. What do you think would happen when City comes to Anfield? What will be the result?
Be a different game. So I will tell you something. The strength of Man City most oftentimes lies in their own. They are now creating a system where winning at home is more like a must for them now. So they are creating the strength at home, the same way Liverpool has created their strength at home. So for being able, even with the way our Man City felt well structured on that day, being able to clamp down on the way they played and went ahead to take a draw from them. That was a good scoring game on that day when we played them. We had opportunities to have won the game, but remember, like they said, Liverpool is the comeback. And
so it's going to be a win for Liverpool in Anfield against. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, most definitely. Right.
That's
one of the, like I said, that's one of the 7 points.
Because if you go back to previous season, if you guys draw, then the second game is always a draw. You guys have always shared the points equally. For the last
maybe in the last recent,
this one's going to be different, and that might be the game changer for you guys to win the league. But
that's what I'm saying. I said, remember the 7 points. Man City, the Man City 7 points.
I enjoy the energy.
Out of the 7 points.
I enjoy the energy. I enjoy the passion. Would like to have you back. Thank you for
you see, are you going to invite the man? Are you going to invite this man?
Yes.
I know you're going through a tough time.
Be debating with Newcastle, not the Red. Now, debating Newcastle
one day. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Charles, yep. Thank you very much for continuing to be a very co-host. We'll miss you out tonight, wherever you are. Enjoy. We'll be back next week. Thank you, fans. Okay. Continue to like, share.
Always remember, I'm always ready for Liverpool winning game.
We'll get you back for City game. We'll get you back for your Europa if you make it to the final. Because your mouth, if you don't win Europa, honestly, I think you've made a lot of mouth tonight. But we enjoy it.
We'll get you back.
No, we're gonna get it back. We're gonna strip him naked. We're gonna
if what?
If that happens, if you guys
wait, Man U even win the Europa. Man U played Europa now, right? Man U played in the Europa final, right? Did they win?
Oh my god.
Anyway,
okay. We didn't win the last one.
You played against Sevilla, or what was the team again? You played against. You see, that's what I'm saying. You came into this meeting today to lose. And you went to that final to lose too. So it's predictable.
That wasn't a final. It wasn't a final.
Anyway, we're going to have you guys back. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for coming. It's been a fantastic session with you guys. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Yeah, nice one.
We shall overcome.
Okay.